Before the British arrive, Hong Kong is fishing villages scattered across rocky islands. Tanka boat people live on the water. A few thousand farmers work the hillsides. The deep harbor sits quiet, valuable, but unused. Nobody imagines what this place will become. Shanghai in 1800 is already ancient, a walled city on the Huangpu River. 200,000 people live inside. Merchants trade silk and tea. The city thrives as a regional port, but it's Chinese. Controlled by Chinese, isolated from the world outside. Everything changes in 1842. The Opium Wars end with British gunboats forcing China's hand. The Treaty of Nanking cedes Hong Kong Island to Britain forever. Shanghai opens as a treaty port. Foreign merchants flood in. Within years, both cities transform beyond recognition. Hong Kong becomes British overnight. 7,800 people live on the island when Britain takes control. Workers build roads, docks, warehouses. Governor Pottinger sets up headquarters. Soldiers construct barracks. The Union Jack flies over Victoria Harbor. Chinese traders see opportunity. They move across the border from Guangdong. The population explodes. 25,000 people by 1850. 100,000 by 1865. Shanghai splits into 3 zones. The Chinese city stays behind its walls. The international settlement rises along the Bund. The French claim their own concession. Western architecture appears on Chinese soil. Banks, trading houses, hotels built in European style. The international settlement runs its own government, police force, courts, a city within a city. Chinese law doesn't apply here. The 1850s bring chaos. The Taiping Rebellion tears through China, millions die. Shanghai's foreign settlements remain safe zones. Chinese refugees pour in seeking protection. The population surges from 500,000 to over 1 million. Warlords and merchants, scholars and criminals all crowd into the safety of foreign jurisdiction. Hong Kong's harbor fills with ships. Opium still flows despite the wars supposedly ending the trade. Tea, silk, and porcelain move in the other direction. British merchants grow rich. Jardine Matheson and Swire dominate. Chinese compradors work as middlemen. Everyone takes their cut. The city builds upward and outward. Kowloon Peninsula becomes British in 1860. More land, more people, more money. Shanghai becomes the financial capital of Asia by 1900. The Bund glitters with neoclassical banks. The Hong Kong and Shanghai Banking Corporation opens its headquarters here. Telegraph cables connect Shanghai to the world. Stock exchanges trade shares. Newspapers print in multiple languages. This is where fortunes are made and lost. The Paris of the East, they call it. The whore of Asia, others say. Both cities boom through the early 1900s. Hong Kong handles half of China's foreign trade. The Peak Tram carries wealthy British up the mountain to escape summer heat. Chinese workers pack into tenements in Western District. Rickshaws crowd the streets. The Star Ferry crosses the harbor every few minutes. Shanghai enters its jazz age. The 1920s bring glamour and vice. Nightclubs on Nanking Road. The Cathay Hotel rises Art Deco. Gangster Du Yuesheng controls the opium trade, gambling dens, and prostitution. He works with both the French authorities and Chiang Kai-shek's nationalists. The Green Gang runs Shanghai's underworld. Blood flows in the streets when rival factions clash. The Great Depression hits both cities hard. Banks collapse, trade slows, unemployment spikes, but refugees keep coming. Japanese invasion of Manchuria in 1931 sends more Chinese fleeing south. Shanghai absorbs them. Hong Kong absorbs them. The cities swell beyond their infrastructure. December 25, 1941. Christmas Day. Japanese forces take Hong Kong after 18 days of fighting. Governor Young surrenders. The occupation begins. 3 years and 8 months of horror. Food shortages, disease, executions. The population drops from 1.6 million to 600,000. Many flee, many die. Many are deported. Shanghai falls to Japan earlier, in 1937, but the international settlement holds out as a neutral zone until Pearl Harbor. When Japan enters the war fully, they intern all enemy nationals. 8,000 Europeans imprisoned. Jewish refugees from Europe find themselves trapped. The glory days end. The city starves under occupation. August 1945. Japan surrenders. Both cities breathe again. Hong Kong returns to British rule. The population explodes as refugees flee China's civil war. 2 million people by 1950. Shantytowns spread across hillsides. The government builds public housing estates. Li Cheng Uk Estate opens in 1954. Concrete towers housing thousands. Not pretty, but better than squatter huts. Shanghai becomes communist in 1949. Mao's forces march in. The nationalists flee to Taiwan. The foreign settlements end forever. The wealthy leave. Their mansions become government offices or housing for multiple families. The nightclubs close. The gangsters scatter. The banks get nationalized. Shanghai loses its cosmopolitan soul. Hong Kong becomes a manufacturing powerhouse. The 1950s and 60s bring factories, textiles, plastics, toys, electronics. Entrepreneurs fleeing communist China bring capital and expertise. Workers labor 12-hour days in cramped conditions. The territory becomes one of the 4 Asian tigers. Exports flood the world. Made in Hong Kong appears on products everywhere. Shanghai withers under central planning. The Cultural Revolution hits hard from 1966 to 1976. Red Guards smash old architecture. Intellectuals get sent to farms. The city stagnates. Industry produces steel nobody needs. Quality doesn't matter. Quantity is the goal. Shanghai holds 10 million people, but feels dead compared to its glittering past. 1978 changes everything for Shanghai. Deng Xiaoping opens China to market reforms. Slowly at first. Special economic zones appear in the south. Shanghai waits its turn. In 1990, Pudong gets designated for development. Farmland across the river transforms into a financial district. The Pearl Tower rises in 1994. Skyscrapers multiply. Foreign investment pours in. Shanghai remembers how to do business. Hong Kong reaches its peak in the 1980s. The stock market soars. Property prices skyrocket. Manufacturing moves to mainland China. The city becomes a financial and services hub. Banking, trade, logistics. The airport is the world's busiest cargo hub. 6 million people packed onto Hong Kong Island, Kowloon, and the new territories. But 1997 approaches. The lease on the new territories expires. Britain negotiates the handover. Hong Kong returns to China under one country, two systems. Deng Xiaoping promises 50 years unchanged. July 1st, 1997. The British flag comes down. The Chinese flag rises. Prince Charles attends the ceremony. Rain pours down. An era ends. Shanghai surges past Hong Kong in the 2000s. Pudong explodes with development. The Shanghai Tower completes in 2015, second tallest building in the world. The city holds 24 million people. High-speed rail connects to Beijing. The stock exchange rivals New York. Shanghai has reclaimed its place as China's economic capital. Hong Kong struggles. Manufacturing is gone. Competition from Shanghai intensifies. Property prices become absurd. Young people can't afford homes. 2014 brings the umbrella movement. Students occupy streets demanding democracy. 2019 brings mass protests against the extradition bill. Millions march. Police fire tear gas. The city fractures. Beijing imposes the national security law in 2020. Arrests follow. Democrats flee or get imprisoned. The promise of 50 years unchanged breaks after 23. Today, Shanghai thrives as a communist-controlled megacity. Hong Kong survives under tighter Beijing control. Two cities built by foreign intervention. Two different paths since. Shanghai reinvented itself. reclaiming its status through economic power. Hong Kong lost what made it unique, becoming just another Chinese city. The harbor still glitters. The towers still rise. But the story has changed. What happens next? Nobody knows.